everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna show you how to install Ubuntu Linux on Hyper-V Manager. Now I'm gonna open Hyper-V Manager here on my desktop. So what I'm gonna do next is just right click on my main computer's information here below the Hyper-V Manager tab here, and I'm gonna click quick create. So for those of you who have no idea why it's Ubuntu, it's just like a kind of distro for the Linux operating system. So here on this tab, you can see some default operating system that Hyper-V Manager can help you to install on Hyper-V Manager. So here, I'm gonna choose the new version of Ubuntu here. Here you can see some basic information about this distro, and now I'm gonna click create virtual machine. Notice that this process may take a few minutes, so please be patient. Most of the time, I'm just gonna fast forward at some point when a specific app or a program is running the installation process. So if you watch my video and see that the installation process of anything seems so quickly, then I hope you understand why. Now that the installation process is already finished, we're gonna click edit settings here to adjust a little bit settings. So in here, you can see that Hyper-V Manager already named this virtual machine as Ubuntu 22.0 for LTS here. Actually, I can rename this if I want, but in this video, I'm just gonna keep it as default like this. And next, I want you to pay attention to the hard drive here. This is the field that you can create or manage your virtual hard disk. So in general, virtual hard disk is just like a kind of file that store all of your information and data for your virtual machine. And in here, you can see the location of your virtual hard disk on your local machine. I'm gonna browse to this folder on my local machine, and here you can see Ubuntu 22.04 here. And notice that the name of the virtual hard disk most of the time must match the name of your virtual machine so that you can distinguish between different kind of virtual machines. Let's say one day you realize that you already installed a lot of virtual machines on your computers and there are too many virtual hard disks. Please try to rename your name of your virtual hard disk the same as the name of your virtual machine. And in case you install some kind of virtual machine based on any operating system that is not on the default operating system that Hyper-V Manager allow you to install, then make sure that you try to create a new virtual hard disk by clicking this button here. Here are some tabs that help you to create a new virtual hard disk. What type of virtual hard disk you want to create based on your specific need. You can choose any kind of option here and then click next. And here is the field that you can choose the location to store your virtual hard disk and try to name your virtual hard disk. You can see that as default, Hyper-V Manager is just gonna name your virtual hard disk as new virtual hard disk with the extension like this. So in the future, if you want to create a new virtual hard disk, please make sure that you name it with any specific name, not new virtual hard disk. Okay. If you click next here, you can actually allocate the size for your virtual hard disk so that it don't take up a lot of space on your hard disk drive. And then if you click next here, you can see the overview of all of the information that you just created. And to create the new virtual hard disk, you're just going to click finish here. Today, I'm not going to create a new virtual hard disk, so I'm just going to click cancel. And I'm just going to keep the default virtual hard disk at this location. Make sure that you remember the location of your virtual hard disk on your local machine, so that in the future, if you want to copy or delete your virtual machine, you can try to go to that location to copy or delete your virtual hard disk too. So next, now I'm gonna show you a little bit of the memory setting. So as before, our review manager will dynamically allocate memory for you with the enable dynamic memory option here. Dynamic memory here will will allocate the minimum RAM from 512 megabyte to the maximum RAM here for this type of virtual machine. I just want it to dynamically allocate memory from 512 megabyte um, to 10,000 megabyte. I think 10,000 megabyte is just like 10 gigabyte. You can actually create any virtual switch so that your virtual machine can connect to the internet. But on this video, I'm just gonna keep the default switch here. And now all of the settings look actually pretty good. So I'm just gonna click apply here and then click OK. Now I'm gonna connect to this virtual machine. Here you can see the virtual machine connection windows here saying things like the virtual machine Ubuntu is turned off. So in order to connect to this virtual machine, you just need to click start. At some point when you install Ubuntu and you see a black screen of that happens because the many features require you to reboot the system to apply new changes to your system. So in that case, you just need to reboot your virtual machine. You can turn off or shut down the virtual machine using those buttons here on the top navigation bar, and then you start your virtual machine again. In this situation, I didn't see any black screen of that, so I'm just gonna proceed to install all the basic features and basic tools for running my Ubuntu system. Here, what I'm seeing here now is the system configuration. This is for the language setting for my system. So I'm gonna keep it as English and click continue. Here is the keyboard layout. I'm gonna keep it as before as the English US keyboard layout and click continue. Because I'm living in California, so I I can actually keep the location at Los Angeles or any kind of location around California if I want. Here I'm gonna rename the location. So I'm gonna pause the videos here and fast forward at this point. Notice that after I rename the location, I'm gonna click continue. Now you can see the system configuration asks you about your name, your computer's name, pick a username and password to log into your Ubuntu system. So I'm gonna pause the video and I'm gonna fill out all those information and then I'm gonna click continue. I think that in general, you don't have to spend a lot of time to configure a lot of things for Ubuntu system. If you go online and do some kind of research, you can see that Ubuntu uh, is like the basic distro of the Linux operating systems that everyone can use. And if you learn Linux operating system, chances are you're gonna need to learn about Ubuntu first. Or if you learn Linux operating system in college, they're gonna teach you to use a distro called Fedora. Fedora is easier to use than Ubuntu. So if you want to begin to use the Linux operating system, I recommend you use Ubuntu or Fedora first. So here you may see a notification dialog here to help you configure the display size in order to fit your main computer screen. So in here, I'm just gonna keep it as default, and I'm gonna close. And because of that, I'm gonna close this dialog. Here, I can connect to this system by clicking on my username here. Here, I'm gonna fill out the password for my account. Yes, yeah. I think that was pretty much all of the steps that you need to do in order to setting up your Ubuntu on the Hyper-V manager, and now you can actually use Ubuntu here, like a different kind of computers on your main machine. I'm gonna click done here. Okay, remind me later. The final things that I'm gonna do here is just shut down this uh, virtual machine so that you can see what's going on here. Are you sure you want to shut down the operating system in this virtual machine? Yeah. So here on this dialog, I'm gonna close this window too. So next time, if I want to connect to Ubuntu, I'm just gonna need to open Hyper-V Manager and look at the virtual machines information here, and right click on Ubuntu here to connect. So that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching my video. Thank you guys for watching my video, and please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification